Hi everybody, this is Karen Wolf again, starting out another painting party this evening. This one's for the kids. Yippee! They'll have fun and enjoy this. I hope you all have had time to gather up your supplies. I did a materials list online with the post. Showed all the paint brushes and the colors and things that you would need and canvas size. But like I said, if you don't have these supplies in these times that we're in right now, it's hard to get to the store. If you don't have the paint and the canvas in the particular size, you can do it with crayons and markers or paper, cardboard, piece of wood, whatever you have around the house. So yeah, this is just supposed to be fun. I think the kids will enjoy it no matter what they have. So adults can paint along. This is not just for the kids. So let's have some fun and hope you guys will join in and paint along this evening. What we're painting this evening is this funny bunny. I'm going to move this up here. The painting is very simple, I hope, and could be modified. The ears don't have to be exact shape and things like that. So if you're painting along or drawing along and something just isn't exactly like mine, don't be worried. I'm going to move this table just a tiny bit here. Got it just a little bit too close. All right, now I can move. Okay, so just want to make sure you can see the canvas here. Got my sample painting up here at the top, and this is my canvas here that I'll be painting on this evening. So I have a drawing on there, but don't be alarmed by that because I know you don't have a drawing on yours. I will show you how to draw this. It's just simple shapes. So that's a circle. These ears are just shapes. So don't worry and fret over that. Just relax and have fun. If I go too fast, shoot me a message and tell me to slow down. Hey Amber, glad you all were able to join in this evening. And if you have questions, you can shoot me a message on that also. This morning I didn't have any questions and they didn't say I was going too fast. So hopefully that's a good thing. We'll get started. Here's the brushes that we will be using. I've got just a large 1-inch flat here. I've got a 1/2 inch flat and a round. So we'll be using those this evening. And like I said, whatever brushes and things you have will be fine. So don't be concerned about that. Hope you guys are all doing well. We've had a lot going on lately, but hopefully this will be a distraction for the moment, and you guys will enjoy it. The kids will enjoy it. So hey Katie and Michelle, hey, how's everybody doing? So we are going to begin this painting. So what we're going to start with at first, we're going to just paint the background in blue. I think we could probably paint around the circle maybe. We'll do that. We'll draw the circle part in first, and then we'll paint this, and then we'll do the ears. So that way you don't have to worry about painting down here just yet. So we'll just draw the circle part. Take your 1/2 inch flat here, or one of your brushes that you can draw with, and we'll just do with the purple and the white. We'll just go in, or even just purple, it doesn't really matter, just lightening it a bit so it's not real dark. Just taking that purple with this 1/2 inch flat, and we're just going to go up, looks like about halfway on my canvas. I'm about halfway here, and over here, here's halfway, so we're about, y'all see that? Yeah, you can see that. We're not quite halfway here, so here would be halfway, so not even, it's a little more than a third of the way. So it doesn't really matter though, just guesstimate, and then draw your circle. Just draw just a half circle there. That's all you do. So just get a shape of the head there. Hey there, Patty. Oh, and Lauren's with Michelle, so good deal. All right, so we're just going to get the half shape of the face going in there. So that's the head of the bunny rabbit. So if everybody's got that, we're going to move on. I think we'll go ahead and we can go ahead and paint this shape in down here since we've got our brush. We can go ahead and do the outside edge will be that purple and white color. And we're going to paint in the purple and white, probably going in a couple inches with that purple and white color. And if you want this to be a finished painting where you can just hang this on the wall and not worry about the framing of it, just go ahead and take that color around the outside edge, that purple color that you're using there. Anything that touches the outside edge, like up here, this will be blue here, and then blue all the way around down to here, and then you'll do purple in once we get to the blue. But since you're doing the face, this will all be purple and this will be purple. And what that'll do is whenever you go to hang it on the wall, it'll be all finished and the edge will be nice and painted. So that'll make a nice painting. So that's where you paint the edge. So you're going to paint in about that far with your color. And you can switch to that larger brush for more coverage. This larger brush will work for more coverage. And then taking that dirty brush that had the purple and the white on it, and go into the white. Your brush had purple and white in it. Go into the white, and then paint the center of the bunny down to the bottom. Just paint that in there. You paint it this round direction's fine, or just random. It doesn't matter. Just circular is good. Just kind of like that. When your brush gets empty, you got to refill it. Go back and get more paint. So you go back into the white with a little bit of purple mixture there. But your rabbit is darker. You see this is darker around the outside edge. And then as I go down here, this is where I started adding the white. And no more purple. Don't add any more purple down here. It's just a little bit of purple on your brush will make this area just a very light blush color purple. So up here is the darker shadow area that you'll have, okay? So there you have your face. You've got the darker around this outside edge and then the lighter area there. So we'll put that brush down, or we'll rinse the brush. We're not going to put it down. We're going to use that brush again. Hopefully you have a cup of water there handy and some paper towels. All right, so we're getting this thing started. This is going to be real fun. This is great fun. Okay, is everybody ready to move on? We're going to move on to the background. I can't tell. Okay. We're going to move on to the background then. All right, so you've got, kids usually paint faster than adults. Kids usually paint faster and they have more paint on their brushes. So now we're going to go into the blue and the white. We're going to go corner of the brush with the blue, corner of the brush with the white. Okay, so I'm using my large brush and I've got one side blue, one side white. So then I'm going to start going around the outside edge first with my blue and my white. Let's do this side first. Remember, if you've attended any of my classes, this is how we do this. We just do the outside edge around with the blue and the white. See, once your brush starts to split, see that splitting? Once you lose all your paint on your canvas, you've got to reload. And you're going to go back into the blue and the white. Ooh, got a little bit on there, didn't I? And we're going to paint down all the way on the side. And remember, over to here, and remember not to forget to paint your edge. Once you get this center painted, you'll have to paint your edge. And then take the brush into the white. Go into the white. You don't go back into the blue. You go back into the white. And that blue and white that's on your brush and on your canvas, you're going to paint it in to the bunny. So this should make where you'll have a darker outside edge and then the lighter will be on the inside towards the rabbit. And every time, oops, I got back into the blue, that's fine. Every time you get back into the, or every time your brush runs out of paint, go back in and reload, because it'll kind of like screwed across and there won't be much paint left on there. So you got to go back in and get more paint. And I want you to paint all the way down to the head. And just paint right up to that head. And if you paint over it a little bit, that's okay. Don't worry about that. I just don't want you to leave like a little line like that. Don't leave like a space in between there like that. Okay? Because that all needs to be covered up. So then once you get this side painted in, over here, and you get halfway, then you're going to go over to the other side and add the blue and the white to your brush and do the same thing that you did over here to this side. So you're going to go outside edge, blue and white, and then you're going to go back into the white and paint the rest of this in right here. And then just take your brush and just sweep across to get rid of any brush marks. Just lightly sweep across it. There. Okay? And see, I got a little bit of blue on there, but we'll go back over it with purple, so it's no big deal. So, hey, looks like Kylie joined us. Yippee! Okay, you guys getting your kids involved in this painting. That's good. I like that. Okay. I'm just covering this up right here. It looks like the background was showing through. You don't want any of your background showing through, so if you got background showing through, you got to cover it up. Usually I don't have that much trouble with the kids. They're good. They cover it all up and they do a good job painting. And you don't worry about getting it all smooth and solid and all perfect and being particular about it. As you can see up here, I have just some variations and stuff in my colors and stuff showing. This one down here is just a little smoother, but it doesn't have to be. And it's good to let the kids just go at it and paint themselves and not try to work on it and touch it up too much for them. What makes the kids painting, what makes their paintings great is they've painted them. And in years to come, you'll look back at them and you'll just be blessed. So just let them paint at it and have a good time. Okay, this is still wet. Here is where, once you get this all done, then we have to hit it with the hairdryer. When I say hit it with the hairdryer, I don't mean whack it like you would a hammer. I mean just blow dry it. And hopefully you have a hairdryer close by. That was on my list of materials. And we're just going to dry this real quick with a hairdryer. And dry it on warm or hot is better than cool. It dries it faster. And just don't hold it real close and watch the kids and so they don't burn their fingers or anything. But you can tell when it's dry because it's not shiny anymore. So how are we doing so far? Everybody doing okay so far? Okay. Now we're going to take the 1/2-inch flat brush that we used before, this little 1/2-inch flat brush, and we're going to shape the ears. We're going to draw these ears on there. Is everybody caught up and ready for the ears? I hope so. No response. Okay, we're going to start on the ears then. Okay, I'm going to take the purple, the little bit of the purple and the white, just like we did before. Okay, just a little corner of the purple is a very strong color, so it just takes a little tiny bit. Purple, a little dab will do you on purple. It just goes a really long way. Okay, so for your ears, I want you to go over about halfway of the canvas. Okay, and that's where your ear is going to start. So I want you to come over just about halfway, and you're going to make a little mark right there. Okay, and then you got a little ear. It's going to be, the other side of the ear is going to be right there. Probably if you take your finger and put it between them, you're going to have another mark. That's where your other ear starts, and actually probably the width of your finger, you're going to have another mark. That's where your ear, the bottom of your ear is going to be. Okay? So that's what I want you to do right now. I want you to mark your ear here, 2 ears at the bottom. And that's what this is right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? And then I want you to go up to the very top in the corner. I want you to just mark a place, say right there. I'm going to make my purple a little bit darker so you all can see it. I'm going to make a mark right there, and that's going to be the top of my ear. We're going to do the other ear, will go off the page, but we're going to do this one first. So that's going to be the top of my ear. Okay, so here's what I want you to do. I want you to take that purple and white that you have on your brush, which is to start at the top, and then just come around and down and touch that mark that you made. And that is the side of the ear, right there. That's this side of the ear. Okay? Moms and maybe grandmas, if there's any, I don't think there's any grandmothers on there. If you might need to help them. But that's that side of the ear. Okay? Then we're going to go to the other side of the ear. We're going to start up here, and we're going to go down with the line and stop right there where we made that other line. And if your line comes over a little farther, don't worry about that. Just make sure that your next line, well, they could overlap as far as that goes, is just parallel with that and it doesn't overlap. But if it does, that's fine. It doesn't matter. Okay, so then we're going to come up here with this other one. We're going to start over at the edge of the painting. Make a little line right there. And this line will meet this line. Okay? So you're just going to take the purple paint that you have on your brush and draw a line down to there. And that's the other side. That's this side of that ear. This one here. Actually, that one doesn't go off the canvas. I've just drawn it that way. Does it? It doesn't matter if it goes off the canvas or not. So then take the other line over here and bring it down to that ear where that starts. So those are your 2 ears. So now you have your bunny face shape and your ear shape. And you could make those ear shapes any shape that you want. You could make them just, you know, like that, or just however you want. You could just make them anyway. That's completely up to you. And you could make them, if your ears, you can make them like this. You can make them like mine are, like that. You can make them any way you want. Any way you want to make your ears. But this is how we're doing it in this one. But if yours look different, don't worry about it. Do not worry about it at all. So we're going to paint the outside edge just like we did the face. We're going to do the purple and the white. And we're going to go around the outside edge with that purple and white color. Remember, if you run out on your brush, you reload. Purple and white, outside edge. It's just a little darker. And then take that white, go into the white on that brush and paint the center. Okay? Then go back over on the other side and do the same thing on this ear. I want you to go purple, purple and white, outside edge, that just outlines the outside edge, and then go into the white with that dirty brush and paint in the center. Now we are going to paint pink in the center of these ears, so don't get all concerned about that right now. We're going to let that dry first, okay? And then the very center where we painted the white, we're going to paint some pink in there. So I'll give you a few minutes to catch up. Hope you guys have been doing some fun stuff. But this, I'm hoping, is the most fun that you've had today. I'm just cleaning that up there while I'm waiting on you guys to catch up with me. I'm not doing anything different. Okay, so we've got the face shape and the ear shaped. We're going to let those ears dry. We're going to come down here to the face, and we're going to put in the eyes, nose, mouth, and whiskers, and then we'll go up and paint in the ear centers. So for the eyes, I'm going to paint those in first. Let's rinse that brush, that 1/2 inch, and pick up the round. I have a number 6, but whatever, just a tiny brush is what we need here. And put that in the water a little bit and just dry it with a paper towel. And then for the eyes, just go with a tiny bit of black on your brush. Doesn't take a whole lot. Just get a little bit of black on there. And then just below the ears here, see, just below the ears, that's where your eyes are going to be, so that you'll know where they go. See how that lines up with my paintbrush? The eyes do. So if I turn them sideways, like side to the side, not straight down, but if I turn them to the side towards the corner, they're about, oh, maybe, what you say, maybe that mark on your brush, or maybe your little finger or something. They're that far down. They're just that far down. So we're going to go there. We're going to go and just make a circle with the black. Just make a round circle. And if you get too much in the center and you've gotten all in here, don't worry about it. We can go over that with the white. And I can actually do that on one of them, so I can show you how to fix that if that helps. So then we're going to go back into some more black if you don't have much on your brush. Just a round touch, don't have a lot of paint on my brush. And then I'm going to make just a little bit more of a black at the top there. Okay? So then on the other eye, I'm going to do that same thing. And if you notice, the circles they're just there at the top the same on both eyes, and I come down that same and put this eye right over there beside of it, all about an inch or so apart, just right underneath of that other ear. See how it comes down? Right there. And say I messed up and oh my gosh, I've got too much black in there. Okay? So I can just wait until this dries, and then I can go back in with the white and put in there. Or I can take a clean brush and dry it with the paper towel, and I can get that off. Clean that off, see? And I'm just getting it wet. I just got it wet, cleaned it. I'm just cleaning it with my paper towel, cleaning it with my paper towel. And now that eye is gone. And then I can dry it with the paper towel. See? And now the eye is gone. So if you make a mistake, it can be fixed. Just make sure before you go paint back over that you just dry that with a paper towel. Just touch that with a paper towel. All right, now we're going to try that one again. Roll the round in the paint, get a little bit on the end of your brush, and make your circle, and then make the top circle. Can you all see that? Okay. All right, so that is the eyes, okay? Now rinse that brush. Dry it with a paper towel. Then we're going to paint the nose. The nose is red and white, which makes pink. So I'm going to take this same brush, go in a little bit of the red. It doesn't take much paint for this. It really, I mean, I've got scads of paint on here. I really didn't need all that. I used colors from what I had this morning. But it really doesn't take a whole lot of paint to paint these little paintings, which is nice. And afterwards, when you're done, if you've used a foam plate, which you can use a foam plate, cardboard, or no, they're not cardboard, they're paper plate, or I guess you could use a piece of cardboard, glass plate or whatever, plastic. But the reason I use foam is because it stays moist longer. But if your child or you have painted on these with the foam plate, it wouldn't work on anything else but foam. I put this plate of paint, I put my other plate on top of it and make sure the paint's on the bottom, the paint that's on the plate that has paint on the bottom, and then put it inside of a Ziploc bag, or you can stick it inside of a Kroger bag and tie it shut, make it airtight, and that way it stays in there for days. And you can mist it with a little bit of water before you put it in there, and it'll stay in there for days moist like that, and just open it back up and paint again, and that way you don't have to waste your paint. So I do that all the time. So we're going to take this little bit of pink that we made out of the red and the white, and then we're going to paint in the nose. Okay, so the nose is going to come down. See, you've got your two eyes right here. Then the nose is going to come down about a ½ inch or so right here, and it's going to be right in the middle of the eye. It's going to start right there. So if you come to the middle of your eye, down right there, and make a dot, that's where your nose is going to start. The nose shape is nothing but a triangle. Everyone knows what a triangle shape is, right? So you're going to go down, making a triangle, and it's kind of a rounded edge triangle, but it's a triangle. And then you paint in the center. Once you make your triangle shape, you just fill it all in. Take some of the a bit darker, go into the red a little bit, and make just that one lower side, say the left side, just a little darker than the right. So one side's going to be dark here, and then the other side's kind of lighter. Okay? All right. Then you rinse your brush. We'll let that set for a little bit. and dry. Then we're going to go into the, let's dry up there. Let's go up here, as long as you all don't, well, you might put your hands on that down there though. We'll do this and then dry it with the hairdryer, and then we'll do the ears. I hope everybody had remembered their hairdryer, please. Okay, so we're going to dry that brush and lay it down. You could actually use this for the whiskers in the mouth if you want, or you can use your 1/2-inch flat. So I personally prefer the 1/2-inch flat, but I'll show you with the round. You just go into the black with the round. Sorry, I think I did tell you to lay that down, but we're using this one. I'll show you how to use this, and then I'll show you on the other side how to use the 1/2-inch flat. Just get it a little bit more liquid. Don't push down real hard on your brush, because if you push real hard on your brush, it makes a real thick line, okay? So we don't want whiskers to look like that. So if you don't push very hard on your brush, it makes a less thick of a line. So we just want a thinner line. We don't want a great big old thick one. So just don't push very hard on your brush. Sometimes you need to practice too on something before you go onto your painting. Sometimes that's helpful if you practice on something first. But if you do this once, you can do it again, and you can just paint all kinds of bunnies. So we're just going to go right here, and I use my little pinky to hold my arm steady, and then you're just going to put a little line out for a whisker. Going to start in right about where the nose is, over, down a little bit, and come this way. So you're just going to start right there and put a line across. Then right underneath of that, you're going to have another one that's going to start right underneath of it, and it's going to come out. So you're going to start right underneath of it, and you're going to pull it out. Okay? All right, so that's your whiskers on your one side. I'm going to rinse that brush, and I'm going to go into a 1/2-inch flat. You can use the round if you want, but if you don't have a round, I'm just going to show you. You can do that with the 1/2-inch flat. Take the 1/2-inch flat, get it really flat, making a chisel edge, and then you can start right here and go out. Of course, it makes a thinner line, and then you come back right here, and you go out, making a line. So that's your whiskers. Then you have your mouth. We're going to go back into the black. I'll give you a few minutes. So I'm not going too fast. You can catch up. And then we're going to go start at the nose, center of the nose. See, you've got your nose here, and you're going to not really touch it. You're going to start right at the bottom right here. You're not really going to touch it. You're just going to start right there, and you're going to make like a little, I don't know, not quite a circle, not quite a half circle, so kind of a little J. How about that for a shape? That is a J. Okay? And then on the other side, we're going to make a J, but a backwards J. So what's a backwards J? Is there any letter that goes that way? I don't know. So we're going to just go the other way. We're going to start up here. Same place as we did, not beside them, but same place. And then when we come down, we're going to make a backwards J. And that's its mouth. Okay, and I'm going to rinse that brush, dry it with a paper towel, and lay that down. So once you've got all that in, then we're going to go back up. We're going to do the pink for the ears. We're going to do the white dots for the nose, and there's a little tiny highlight on the nose, and we'll do that. So I'm going to take my, I'll fix this little mistake I made right here. I'm going to take my hairdryer, And I'm going to dry this real good so that whenever I'm up here working on my ears, if I hold my hand down on my canvas, I won't smush everything down here that's wet. All right, so there we go. Hope everybody's having fun with this. I know I'm really enjoying it. I had a lot of fun doing the morning class. I hope you all were able to paint painting this morning, and I hope if you didn't that you'll paint one later. And then what I'd like for people to do is post them to my the video post. If you'll post in the comments, post your picture. And then the kids that are painting this one this evening, if you'll do the same with those and post those on the video comments so that I can see them. It was really cute this morning. One of the little girls had done the one this morning with colored pencils or crayons, I couldn't tell, but it looked really good. It was really good. And then some of the other girls that had painted them, I posted them. So I hope everybody does that so we can see what everybody's doing. You guys do a really good job with these, and I love to see them. I love to see your paintings. It's a lot of fun. All right, so now I've got this dry. So I hope everybody's had a chance to catch up and get their paintings all dry. And another good thing too is nice about the live videos is you can watch them later on my Facebook page. You can go in and watch it later, and you can pause it, stop it, rewind it, and all that, so that I don't get too far ahead of you and you don't get all nervous and panic and everything, because I know sometimes if you're not caught up, you get all nervous. I know I do, and everybody does, but that's good too. So, and you can paint it as many times as you want, and you can paint it as many different ways as you want. So that's fun too. So it'll be there for you. So we're going to go up into the ears now, and you can use the 1/2 inch flat or the round, whichever brush works for you. And we're going to use that same pink color that we made, the red and the white, to make the pink. Red and the white to make pink. And my paint's drying out a little bit. And one thing that you can do to get your paint to where it's not so dry is you can get a little mister bottle with some water in it, and that will keep your paint moist. I mean, you don't saturate it or anything, but you can just mist it a little bit, because painting is better. Your paint works better when it's not all dried out. The acrylic paint does when it's a little moist, kind of like the consistency of like a stick of butter that's set out on the in the dish and melted. Not melted completely runny, but soft, just a soft consistency. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to paint the inside of the ears. And you see most of the inside of these ears are light. So we're just going to take this brush and we're going to kind of paint in that same shape of the ear inside and come down to the center and stop. And then come over here and down, just overlapping to the center, and stop, and then paint that center in. So that's what your center is, the center of your ear. And then we'll do that on the other side, but for right now, before this dries, I want you to take that brush, that dirty brush that you've got with a little bit of white on it, and just go into the center and paint some of that a little bit lighter. Just a little lighter in there. Okay? And then we're going to go back to that same color that we used before, the red and the white that made pink, that same color. You load your brush. We'll go over on the other side, and in the center, we're going to just start up the top, go down to the center, and then over, start at the top again, and just make that same ear shape just in the center. And it doesn't have to be perfect or anything. See, these are different than those. It's not, it doesn't have to be anything perfect. Then I'm taking that dirty brush and I'm going back into the center and just painting in some light down in there. Okay? Then I want you to take that same brush, go into the white, and touch a little white on its nose. Right there. Then I'm rinsing that brush out, rinsing it, cleaning it. I don't know, I'll whack it in that cup and it's really loud and I shouldn't do that. Then I'm just going to take the slightest little dot, little tiny dot. See, I don't have very much paint on my brush at all. I mean, there's just a little tiny bit. And you can even wipe some of it off on your plate a little bit so you don't have a whole lot on your brush. And I'm going to go up to the eyes right here. See these little dots right here? Can you see those? I'm just going to just barely touch a dot and barely touch a dot right in the very top. So he looks like he's looking up. If you put the dots in the front, it's going to look like he's looking straight forward, and then if you put him low, it's going to look like he's looking down. So we've got him up high, and he's going to look like he's looking up. So there's that. All right. Well, that's pretty much it. That's the bunny rabbit. Then you can sign your name on the bottom, and I signed mine here with that little bit of purple and white mixture. If you have a paint pen, you could sign it with that. I'm sure probably not very many of you have. Hey Dee, probably not very many of you have a paint pen around the house, but you can paint it with your paintbrush, works. And that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to use the paintbrush, and I'm just getting my script liner that I have here. You can use your round, and I'm just going to write my name down here. I like to date my paintings. I think it's good to at least know the year that you painted it. I went for a while without dating my paintings, and I just wished I would have never done that, because I have no idea, without just trying to figure out, what was going on then, or this or that or the other, when I painted that painting. So, and it's very frustrating to me now. So my advice is to sign all your paintings, date all your paintings, down in the corner, and find something that you like that works. And if you paint a lot of paintings, sign them and date them all the same way. So that is it. That is good. Hope you all enjoyed that. That was so much fun. I'm sure you all did a great job. If you will, please post your pictures, like I said, in the comments on the video post. I will save it, and then it will go up here just momentarily. You all, I really appreciate you. Thank you so much for joining in, and we'll paint again, I'm sure. I'm not sure what, but we'll paint again together real soon. So you all have fun, enjoy this beautiful weather, and be good, take care, and God bless each and every one of you. I love you. Thank you.